Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Shuli Belter podcast. The fuck was that? What the fucking hell was that? What was it?
That would be the iPhone atom bomb, mate.
It's fucking scared. I don't know if that came through with the mic there, but it was the fucking loudest noise I've ever heard in my fucking life.
It's a good way to start as ever.
Fucking me. Let's just get me heart back.
How's it going, mate? What have you been doing lately?
It was birthday recently.
What? Yesterday?
Yesterday, the big 2-6.
It was discussed on the last podcast. Do anything special for it, mate?
Very.
You did, you went out, didn't you?
No, we went out on Saturday.
I wasn't talking about with me.
Well, I'm going to build up to that. We went out on Saturday.
We did, yes.
We went and watched the football, and then God knows, Sunday I went out with the missus to a nice little steakhouse. Got a nice massive steak, chips, onion rings.
Nice and cheap, was it? Cheap birthday meal?
I'm glad I wasn't picking the bill up. Let's put it that way. She picked the bill up. But I wouldn't have been paying it. I mean, the food was delicious.
How did you like the steak, mate? That's the important thing.
Rare.
I'm a rare man as well.
I was gonna go blue, but sometimes I think blue is it's a little bit cold.
No.
I like it to be
rare.
warm right the way through.
See no more, mate.
Warm and juicy.
See no more. One thing that I had recently, I had my second job.
You did?
Didn't I? Thankfully, no side effects as far as I know. Although it seems that every time I have my job, I seem to get hungover.
The hungover, he says? Hungover, he says. Why don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen where you got picked up from on Saturday? On Saturday night?
I got picked up
At a roundabout that you were scared to cross.
well, it was a scary roundabout. Yeah, it wasn't just a normal roundabout. It had the motorway going across it. I was in no fit state to be walking across no motorway roundabouts.
The motorway goes across the top for people.
Yeah.
Just
But there's like 4 lanes on the outside.
And what time is this at?
4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm guessing that roundabout was very busy.
I mean, there was nobody there, but mate, sometimes you don't see things coming. I mean, people have had crashes in worse conditions.
You just couldn't see, was that the problem?
The problem is my eyes didn't work. I could look down at my feet, and according to my dad who picked us up, I could giggle, and that was about it, because I couldn't describe where I was. There was trees. I told him there was trees. In the end, I managed to get it out. Speaking of the second job, right, I want to know, because Shuli, right, because I'm only saying this because I saved my second job appointment in my phone. I think I sent you this saying zombie vaccination. Was there something?
Yeah.
Surely everybody has a zombie apocalypse plan. You must have went over this at least once in your head. What would you do if there was an apocalypse?
I watched The Walking Dead a few times.
Well, this is essentially where it comes from, but
What would I do?
what would you do, mate?
Okay.
Do you think it would last very long?
No.
See, I think you would.
I would go to high ground, I know that much. I'd get some high ground somewhere.
Yeah.
I would head north. I would head to Scotland, the Highlands.
Not a bad shout. Cool,
Okay,
but everybody knows that the zombie virus can't
I would get a
live in
nice
the
little
cold.
RV. Or whatever the fucking equivalents are called in England. I get a nice little RV. I'd go to that fucking Tyneside, whatever it's called up there. I'd fucking hotwire one of them. And I'd be away. Me and the dog. Fuck our ass. Me and the dog.
You and your dog do what?
Absolutely fucking got the secret's out. And I would take it to the Scotland Highlands.
Have you hot-wired many cars, mate?
I can't say I have.
But being born and bred in Berkeley,
I'm
second
pretty
nature.
sure once I got in the situation, I bet it all makes sense now.
I've seen the films. You chop a wire, you press them together.
Yeah, just like that. Jobs are good. Put the clutch down. You're away.
Who do you think would last longer between me and you? in the zombie apocalypse.
I'm gonna guess you've got a plan.
I have a full plan.
What's your plan before I answer that question?
I'm lasting at least 4 days.
Does it involve whiskey?
Oh, always. Always. I've been thinking about this, because obviously I was going to ask you this. I feel like you will last longer than what I would. Purely because I would end up getting bored, and I feel like I would take more risks than what you would.
Probably. I'd probably back that.
Because I'd probably think, I wonder if Morrison's has been empty. I'll just try and
I'll just go and try and get a bottle of GD.
I'll try and sneak into Morrison's, whereas I feel like you would get supplies, make it so there was no way in or out, and you would just stay inside this like box.
I didn't even think about supplies.
You got to get supplies.
That didn't even cross your mind. I was just getting an RV and fucking off to Scotland.
No, you need to
I've got
find
a
a
dog.
secure place. That's true, like.
Little barbecue thing.
Hot dog.
There's plenty of meat on him.
It is, like, he's a beefcake. Prison's not a bad shout.
Prison?
I've seen that in there.
Walking
The
Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah. Seem to do alright out of that. Problem is, if you stay in one place for too long.
And more at the point of prison, I think you need a way out just in case.
You do.
An RV.
Castle? What about a castle?
A castle's a shout.
Castle will be... Get a
There's
moat.
there's got to be a castle in the Scottish Islands.
Oh, mate, there's
I
a
can, like,
castle every 20 minutes.
do you know like the one on in Verdansk prison?
Yes.
One of them, helicopter in the middle, jobs are fucking good.
Bounty contract on the side.
Aye. Little UAP, you see where they're all at? Fucking laughing. Oh, I know, but that'd be perfect. Little helicopter in the middle, so if they got in, you just fucking run to your helicopter, fuck off to the next place. Oh, you gotta think of now. You gotta think.
Yeah, but you've also got to know how to fly a helicopter.
Right, it's a fucking go stick thing.
I
I'll
don't...
bet you, if it was life or death, I could fly a helicopter.
I don't think you are getting off the ground if you try to fly a helicopter with no...
I think
Understand
if it
how
was
it
life
works.
or death, I would get that off the ground. For how long would be a different story. It would
I'm
go
not
up.
back on that, like...
It would go up. It's a fucking little joystick thing.
I've seen
it.
the way you handle a chopper.
I'm fucking gobsmacked. Thinks I know me way around a chopper. Man, I got a little maggot. What is fucking in there?
Right, so...
Anyway, you haven't told us your fucking plan?
Oh, well, I mean, it's pretty much just... It's pretty generic. Find a secure place, get locked down with supplies. Don't
You
leave.
must have a secure place in mind.
What weapon are you using? This is what I want to know.
Depends what you can get your hands on, doesn't it?
Right, you got access to any weapon, but you can only have one. What you having? Are you a bow and arrow man?
Fuck no. I'm
not.
I'm a big LMG.
I know, but you're only ever going to run out of bullets.
But I'll only use it in case of emergency. Out the back of my RV. Like a little turret on top. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll mount it on the top. Little PKM. Or Stoner.
I don't want one of them with you.
That's true. Well, oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Actually, that 420 blazing might come in handy for the stress relief.
Yeah, it's just when you start getting swarmed by them, just... You know.
Right. The main part of this, right? Obviously, your birthday. Just been your birthday. How old were you, mate?
26.
Plus that. Managed to save your present this whole time, so we can get him to open it on the podcast. Obviously, you've got a little card first, mate. You got to do the card first.
Little card
And I know you're not a card man, and you know I'm not a card giver, so feel very.
This is awfully sticky.
But no, that's just
Did you seal this?
I sealed it with love.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is there a little rag in there?
might be.
I'm fucking gobsmacked at the start of this.
So keep your facing that way for now, mate. You can have it there. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, there's a picture behind there, that's why. I was going to say, I wasn't know where that was.
Pull down to reveal. Fucking that cunt. Surprise motherfucker. It's hard. Just so you can fucking see that. And it does say in the card, sorry for the mess, Caitlin. And that's the fucking front of the card. That way. That way. That way. Oh, what a special fella.
I wish they could see what was down there. The confetti.
For fuck's sake.
I'm not going to lie, I thought that when you'd opened the card and nothing happened,
You thought it was fucked?
I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do something with it first. But when it said pull down to reveal...
Fucking shit, look at all this, man. Oh, dear.
Then the main present, mate. This one shouldn't explode, hopefully.
The real deal. He hasn't been getting the presents very well.
Oh, that's why it's got 2 slight bits of sticky tape on, mate.
I'd burn them off.
Yeah, that's good. Set fire to cardboard. You're very jumpy, mate.
Don't trust it. Ha ha. He's only got something. For the boys. Fucking Glasgow Rangers champions. Oh. Unbeaten. That's fucking mid. That's fucking class, like.
I'd say use like that. So.
Glasgow Rangers champions. Oh. That's gonna have to go on fucking private place. Fucking wallop.
There we go. Complete success.
That's fucking mint, that. Thank you very much, mate.
You're very welcome.
That's belted that way.
And obviously, I'll sign the back of it so it's worth something.
That's mint, that way.
Now, have you ever looked at who you share a famous birthday with?
The answer to this question is yes. Can I remember? Can I fuck?
Because I had a look at it, right, and I could only really see one of note.
Do I know who they are? Other than after.
No, I purposely didn't remember any of the actors because I knew you wouldn't know them. It's...
I share a birthday with somebody, I know I do. But obviously I do.
Wait until you hear who I share a birthday with.
It's gonna be fucking Ronaldo or something.
It's not.
It's gonna be someone.
It's better.
You don't share my birthday. Who do I share a birthday with? 23rd. I know this, you know.
He's an ex-dribbler. Heart attack.
Just for a bit of context there, the computer just went off again.
Heart attack. He's a former...
Harvey Price.
He's a former basketball player who
dribbler.
Who
He's a basketball player.
Also had
an
experience with a helicopter.
Oh no. Oh no. I feel bad mentioning helicopter now. Because I said how long would it be about? I'm guessing
It is
Kobe
Bryant.
There could be worse people to share a birthday with.
If you throw something at a bin and you don't shout Kobe, you're not doing him justice.
Kobe Bryant, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not who I had in my head, like.
When's my birthday, mate?
It's in November.
It is.
The 20th?
Sweat. You were close.
The 21st.
It's the 21st.
The 21st. Fuck, who was going to say the 21st? I thought, no, it's the 20th.
Now, I didn't know I shared a birthday with this person until I literally checked today. He's somebody who you watch on YouTube.
Oh, the Tunge?
No. No. Nick Merckx.
Nicky Merckx, is it?
Merckx, aye. Nick Merckx.
Big Nick.
No Nick Merckx. So,
Nick Merckx.
on the topic of birthdays,
Was that the best one you had?
well, no, Carly Rae Jepsen as well, who
I mean,
sings, I'm coming, maybe.
Yeah,
Hey, I just met you. That one.
I think you're crazy.
Yeah, that one. Are you a giver or are you a receiver? With on the birthdays.
I am 110% a giver. I hate receiving presents. I hate it with a fucking passion
I know.
like no other.
But do you know? Because I'm the same way, and the reason for that is because it's when they give you it and they just sit there and go, and they'll watch you open it. I'm like, can you just look the other way? Let us open it and enjoy it
So
without having to feel like I have to force something.
obviously it was my birthday yesterday. I'm 26 now, so presents were, you know. I don't want presents at 26. To be
Yeah.
honest, I don't really want fucking cards and fucking shit like that.
No,
I'm 26.
I don't like cards.
Birthdays is just another day of the fucking year.
Yeah.
So, like I say, people come to see you and they give you the card. And I always just try and put it to one side and just like speak to the person. But every single fucking person makes you go,
You can open it.
not really card like.
You can open it.
Well, not, I'm gonna, I just not when there's pressure on the
Yeah,
situation.
So awkward.
Because the more awkward part of the whole thing is you've got your card and you're squeezing the bottom because you want to have a surprise and the money fucking drops out. And you're like, oh, thank you. Like, what else do I
See,
say?
it's worse when you open it and there's no money in it though.
Oh, but they've made you open it.
Aye.
Uh-huh.
Go on, open it. It's just a hallmark message inside saying, to Carl, love from Dorinda and Paul.
Dorinda? Where the fuck did Dorinda come from?
I tried not to give away any names. That was where my brain went.
But I hate presents. I'm not so bothered about because
Aye.
you're getting something. But
Aye.
the problem I have with presents is now when I get a chocolate bar
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, thank you, like, cheers. I always feel like I'm being sarcastic.
Aye.
I always feel like the other person thinks, what an ungrateful piece of shit. I'm buzzing on my little chocolate bar, but I just always get that impression that they think, ungrateful bastard.
Have you ever been given a present where you just went, oh, thanks, but really you've thought, I can't wait to just throw this out?
Every single Christmas off my mother. She will buy. Do you know what was it last Christmas? No, it must have been Christmas before last. Must have been because I was still living. So it wasn't last. Oh no, last Christmas was when she had COVID, so we couldn't go anywhere. And it was Christmas before. I opened it up and seen the fakest Stone Island badge I have ever seen in my fucking life. And I was like, what the fuck's this? I opened it up. It was one of them Stone Island hats with the badge at the front, and it was the fakest thing I've ever seen. I was like, Mom, what the fuck is this? She was like, oh, I just seen it for £3 on Facebook, so I ordered it. I was like, did you think I'm gonna wear that? I was like, I don't mean to be ungrateful here, but you think I'm gonna actually wear that?
Aye.
I was like, just no. Like, I'm not gonna wear it.
I know. My mum said, well, no, to be fair, now she's pretty good. But now she just gets the stuff from my beard. She'll be like,
Kinda gone wrong.
so like I'm just straight away, I'm like, oh, mint.
Happy days.
There's me creams and oils and whatever.
I still don't know how you beat it.
And then there's stuff from my beard as well. But it was years ago. She got us like, because I used when I was younger, I used to wear like St. Christopher necklace. I would have like a couple of different necklaces, and she got us one of them like thick like
Oh no.
bike chain,
No.
like bike necklaces.
No.
It was like that thick. It was like silver. It weighed about 1.5 stones. And I was like, I appreciate it, but Jesus wept.
What do you want us to do with this? Not the
thought-
mic up.
I thought at least if the chain ever guns, just sit down. I thought I'm never in bother. I can just whip it off and start fucking lassoing people.
I was trying to think of any other presents. My mother's just, she sees them as like stocking fillers, and it's just shit that I mean, I've probably got some stuff here, just like absolute shit that I'm never gonna use. I'm never gonna use it.
I like getting like socks and underpants and that because if
Practical stuff.
If I don't get bought it, I'll not buy it.
Nah.
I'll wear them until the school's in.
Yeah. Practical. I'll still wear them when the school's in. You
So
think I'm joking?
I actually like it.
A little breeze every now and then. No, but like stuff like that, like socks and underpants, or just like a normal little white T-shirt, something that you can just.
I think when I was younger, I probably didn't appreciate it, but now I'm older. I'm like,
whenever you got socks and underpants when you're younger, this isn't a PlayStation. That's my PlayStation game, right? I want GTA. Now it's just like fuck GTA. Get us some fucking. They don't even have to be Calvins. Just some nice fucking nice fitting ones. That's what you want.
I just want ones that are new. I don't even care what they look like. See, because I like.
Actually, all new boxes feel kind of nice.
I like jazzy stuff anyway. So even the cheap random ones, they've always got like mint patterns on. Like my socks are always Raj.
I say you're a jazzy underwear kind of guy.
I always wear jazzy socks and underpants. I wore my Christmas socks to work the other day.
See, socks is another thing that I don't even look what I'm putting on. I'll just pick socks out. I don't own white socks, basically. Everything's black socks.
I own
a couple of pairs of grey.
A handful of white socks. I bought some obviously on Saturday before we went out.
Yeah.
But that was necessity because I was wearing white shoes. And you can't wear black socks with white shoes.
Which you also bought.
Yeah, which I also bought.
In that unnamed shop, which is fantastic.
I'll be going back there. I know that. Going back to the zombie apocalypse quickly, right? Because obviously they're dead, right? Do you believe in ghosts and stuff? Are you a believer?
110%. Yes.
See, I have reasons why I am, and I have reasons why I'm not.
I have reasons why I am. I'm weird. I'm creepy. I like Chucky. Mr. Motto likes you. Don't know why that came into my head, but it did.
So why are you such a believer?
So I must have been 15, 16, something like that. Quite old. Like I knew what shit. I've got some younger stories as well, but at this point I was quite old. So I'm lying in bed. I just turned over, and no word of a lie. And honestly, you can ask me father. I turned over and there was a face there. There was someone over the top of us, like literally staring down on top of us. And I screamed louder than I've ever screamed before. My dad came fucking running upstairs thinking it was my mum, like she fucking fell over or something. And I just buried my head in the pillow, literally couldn't bring myself to talk until I peered round. And anyway, so the next morning I was like, did you not hear a scream last night? I seen fucking literally there. And as I'm describing them, my mum's going, really? Like, 2 minutes? And she went and got a photo and went like that, and I was like, that's him. That's him.
Oh,
it was her granddad.
Freak me out.
That was her granddad.
That would freak me out.
I was just like I say, I
chills.
I can literally safely say I've never seen a picture, never heard of anything. And I'm just describing this like bloke that I seen because he was there, like there for like 2 seconds, like froze, and then just went, ah! And then like span round in my bed, like you know, like on the cartoons where people jump up and like spin round.
Aye.
Like that, and I just buried my head in the pillow, and like the face was just so. I could describe it so well. So
vivid.
Like, it was like looking at you now, that's how like I remember it. The next morning, I couldn't tell you what it was now. But I was just like, oh, like this. I'm sure it was your mum's granddad. But she went and got a picture and showed us, and I was like, that's him.
Oh,
that's him.
That would creep me out. I don't think I'll go back to sleep.
I got some spookier ones when I was little as well. So I'm talking... I don't obviously remember this, that's how young I was. I must have been able to talk, so... What, maybe it's like 4-ish? Maybe it's like 3, 2?
Aye.
I don't know. When do you learn to speak? Whenever time you learn to speak. I don't know how old I was, but I was young, right? And in my old house, so you went to the top of the stairs, there was a room, so when you turn left at the top of the stairs, there's a room in front of you, left again, there was a room here, and then the other side was like bathroom, and you come back to yourself, there was another room there. So it was like 4 rooms upstairs, and then the one, when you come up the stairs and turn left, was where, when I was little, that's where I stayed. So, my mum was trying to put us to bed or whatever, and my mother and father were trying to put us to bed. I don't know exactly what the story goes, but I was like, well, you tell them dogs to shut up. My mum said, there's no dogs barking. So she shuts the window and everything, just in case there was something. Them dogs are doing my head in. And my mum's going, what about? Like, the dogs are fucking doing me head. They're barking, I obviously wasn't swearing at the time, but the dogs barking, dogs. So what? And then I was pointing, I was saying I could see the dogs. And I would describe the dogs to them, to my mum, when I was little. Like little. And anyway, I don't know when it was, but not long after, she got speaking to the next door neighbour at the time. I was like, oh, he was being weird the other night. He was saying that he couldn't get sleep because of the dogs barking. And he described these 2 dogs. And she went, oh, the person that died before you in the house had them 2 dogs. My mum just stopped and was just like, what? She said, oh yeah, the 2 dogs died in the house and then she died not long after.
Nah.
And like I say, I described them when I was the smallest probably that I could talk. And I described these 2 dogs, so it's not like I could have known. My mum didn't even know.
Aye.
My mum didn't even know, so it's not even like I could have known about these dogs.
Nah.
It's funny actually, my sister sent us a birthday card and she mentioned about the fucking spooky ghost stories in the birthday card as well. But yeah, that's why I'm 100% a believer. 100%.
I can see why. Right. See, I think I can remember something similar from when I was younger, but I didn't know if it was just one of those sort of like sometimes when you're just like really sleepy and you think that you see things. Because I remember waking up at my nana's house and looking at the bottom of my bed and there was like somebody like sitting over the top of the quilt like that. And I just sort of like looked and just went, right, okay. Just like pulled my head in the blankets and went back to sleep. But I think have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No. I am honestly
oh my
so
God.
fucking glad I never have,
Honestly.
because I think it would actually kill us.
I've had it a couple of times and it is the worst. It's the worst thing ever.
I don't even want to
Ever.
like,
It's
my
like-
heart is going like this thing.
It's literally like you're awake. I remember I was
like you're in the afterlife.
no, it wasn't even like that. It was like I can remember waking up, and this is when I was still with the ex, and I was trying to shout at her, but I couldn't open my mouth. I was just going, and I was trying to scream. I couldn't scream because my eyes were open and my brain was like there, but my body hadn't woke up, so I was literally just froze in bed.
No.
It was horrendous.
No.
It was
I
horrendous.
swear down, if this happens to me in the next fucking few weeks, I'm coming for you. I'm fucking know where you live and I'm coming for you.
No, you've invited the ghosts, not me.
I can deal with ghosts. I've dealt with them my whole life. But like that.
He's gonna hoover just.
Fucking sleep
Suck 'em
paralysis.
off.
Something like, oh, nah.
That honestly
Nah.
worst
I
thing.
told you about me fucking thinking I'm having a stroke. Imagine if I fucking had that. I only was sleeping on my arm because I was dead.
It was awful.
That's something, nah.
It was genuinely like terrifying. It's one of like the few times in my life that I've been like terrified.
I couldn't do
Like
it.
to the point where I'm trying to scream and just couldn't. Only thing you can do is just lie there and just sort of like accept you can't move. It's honestly
I
I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
I wouldn't eat. I don't even want to think about it.
It's horrible. Really is horrible.
I've got no words for it. The thought of that, it's like the whole drowning thing. Like knowing something's happening, and just
And
fuck
there's
all you
nothing
can
you can
do.
do about it.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. It's good. You got on giving my stories giving fucking goosebumps. That's fucking. Oh nah.
Hopefully, I never get it again, but I have had it a couple of times. Like I don't know if there's something that brings it on.
Cheese before bed, I heard.
No, yeah. If they said to me, if you have cheese before bed, you're gonna get it. I'd learn to live with it. Because
Have cheese before bed, like?
mate, I have cheese all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I'm a big cheese guy. Big cheese guy. Christmas, cheese boards.
Oh, you do not like a cheese board.
I love a cheese board. Camembert. Get the big melty one. Get some garlic bread, breadsticks, anything. Dip it in.
Fucking
Unbelievable.
cheese board, man.
Just cheese in general, mate. Unreal. Unreal. I don't eat the mouldy stuff. I don't eat the blue cheese. But there's a few fruity flavours that I'm partial to.
I bet the fuck it is. Nah, I'm not. I like me mozzarella and maybe a bit of cheddar. Oh, halloumi.
Yeah.
Is halloumi cheese?
Yes.
There's cheese.
Yes.
Hey, it's a bit different cheese, isn't it? Don't look like
It is,
cheese.
to be fair. And sometimes you get it's like eating rubber. Like when you bite it, it squeaks. And it squeaks. That's when I like it.
You turned us on here. Bit of fucking cheese talk. Now we're talking. I don't even like cheese.
Right. I want to know
How you scored that goal?
some of your pet peeves.
My pet peeve. No, my biggest
What
pet peeve.
grinds your gears, mate?
I can feel my blood pressure rising as I say this. Right. And it's I don't know if it's a common one. I'd imagine it fucking is. Because it ruins my experiences, especially in restaurants. Right? As people scraping with knives and forks on the plate.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Oh, don't. Because my father is the worst person for it. And
Is he?
oh,
So what is it? Is it the noise, or is it like the
It's like-
feeling? You know how like some people don't like nails on a chalkboard.
it's like
I'm one of them.
all of it in one. Do you know what like people like scraping the last bits? I'm thinking you cannot be that fucking hungry. You just cannot be that fucking hungry. There's just no need. Or like when people don't eat with a fucking knife and fork, they'll just eat with a fork and they've got to scrape something to get fucking salt.
I don't know.
Oh,
You see people like chopping things with a fork, like the side of a fork, which is
and
blood.
then scraping it all.
I'm like, you know, they give you like a second one that helps you cut
Yeah,
it.
that's what it's there for. Use the fucking knife.
Eating with the mouth open. For me,
That is-
sloppy eaters.
That is the second worst thing I can ever. No, but to be fair, I'd probably put that above. But I think that's quite a normal common one. So I
it
try to
is.
think of something else. But that is just unnecessary.
It's just rude.
It's just unnecessary. Surely you can chew with your fucking mouth closed.
I don't need to see a cement mixer of steak and chips.
The noise.
It's so upsetting. It really
Now, I
is so
know
upsetting.
somebody.
So do I.
I know somebody that allowed me. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, well, so do I. I'll tell you after.
You'll be very disappointed when I tell you.
Not,
what it is. No.
oh,
But close.
That's all. Oh no. I know who it is. Like with mine, right? Obviously, there's a few normal ones which I feel like everybody would see it, like ignorance. Like if you hold the door open for somebody, don't see it. Cheers.
Don't pass somebody and they'll let somebody through and they don't give you the hand of cheers, pal.
Aye. Stuff like that, like ignorance. There's not much that gets underneath my skin. Ignorance and being
It's just
rude.
no necessary. That's unnecessary as well.
Being rude to people, I just don't get. Especially when it's not somebody that you don't know. I
Yeah.
understand like if you're having a laugh with somebody, but obviously I get it all the time in work, and I'm just like, I want to sit there.
It says each way.
I just gotta sort of sit there and be like, guys,
Woosa.
just count to 10 in your head before I reply to them. My other one is people who just tell stupid lies. No, when like you're talking to somebody, you ask them a question and they'll just lie about it. Like, no, but I know that's not true. So why tell a lie?
Don't even go there.
Like, some lies are funny.
Don't
like,
even go there.
Did you pull out? Yes, that's funny.
Just for context here, right, he told us that he'd written a joke for this free podcast, and I've got to guess that's the fucking joke.
At least I know it's landed.
For fuck's sake. Oh dear. No, but I'd back that unnecessary lies thing.
Like, little white lies, why do it? Just say no.
I've just obviously left a place of employment to go to a different place, and there's a certain person in that depot who just fucking lies for the most pointless stuff.
I know a few of them I'm friends with.
You could literally say, I'm going to China, right, and you go, and that's someone who works at China.
Aye.
What do you mean you know someone who... Oh, I'm going down the road, and that's someone that works there.
Aye.
Are you fucking Mr.
Oh,
fucking Potter?
that's another one. People who have to outdo you.
Oh, 11 a reef.
Aye, 11 Arifas. I don't get it. Like, you could be telling a story going, oh, I remember when I did that, but there was crocodiles in the water when I did it. I'm like, fucking hell, I only had a bath.
What else have I got written down for pet peeves? I had being late. And then this one is up there with the most infuriating moments there is. So I want to try and picture where you are here, right? So you're in the Metro Centre.
Right, okay.
Right. You're in the Metro Centre, you're walking along,
Right.
and someone in front of you,
They're not slow, are
and they stop in fucking
Oh.
front of you.
they? You have to do that awkward.
Yep. Like, what the fuck are you
You're
doing,
trying
man?
to get around them.
Aye. You're stopping in the middle of the walkway. You're not stopping on the side. You're stopping at the shop side where you can just fucking chill.
Aye.
You're stopping in the middle of the fucking whole place, holding every fucker up, and then you just decide to stop.
I can vouch for that one.
It's one of the moments in life where it just, I've got to take everything and start to say, what the fuck are you fucking doing?
Well, that's like me with the ignorance ones. I just go, aye, no worries,
No worries,
cheers,
aye.
no bother, you're welcome,
I'm bad
you're
for
welcome.
that.
I do that all the time. You're welcome, mate.
I don't hold that in there either.
No, I don't.
I-
I make sure that they know.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're welcome.
But they don't like show any remorse to it after though, do
And I
they?
just go,
They don't, 9 times out of 10 you don't even get to look back, it's just like they're going to keep walking. They're either A, know they're fucked up, or they're that fucking pig ignorant that they just fuck off.
so ignorance. I said to you earlier, ignorance is bliss. But if ignorance is bliss from a personal level, ignorance from other people is not bliss. It is infuriating.
Absolute bellends. Pet peeves.
Have you got any like weird like? It's probably not like a pet peeve, but obviously like we've established in the past, I've got a few weird triggers, like textures. You want like? There's some people who don't like the feeling of like cotton wool, and I said before about like chalk. Like I can't touch chalk. Chalk will make me sick. Same as like nail files. Can't touch them. Can't touch them. Can't be in the same room if somebody's filing their nails. I couldn't hear it. I can't know what's happening because it makes us want to be sick.
Honestly?
Honestly.
Nah, I don't think I've got anything. No. I can't think of anything. There's nothing springs to mind straight away where I'm like, that is fucking me off. Or another pet peeve, loud breathers.
Aye.
Right, because I've obviously got a medical condition, right? Because I'm going to use an example of when I go to sleep, right? So when I go to sleep in my bedroom, there's our last beside us and the dog. And for years, I've had to wear earplugs. Because if I hear a noise, it could be the quietest noise in this planet. It could just be the nice sound of daisies getting blown in the wind. In my head, it's the loudest fucking noise there is on the planet. And the more I try to forget about it, the louder it gets. When she's breathing loudly on a night, it takes us everything is not to just strangle her, put the pillow over her face and just shut the fuck up. Loud breathers. There's just no need. There's just fucking simply no need. And that's rant over. I just had to get that off my chest.
So I know if Caitlin mysteriously dies through the night.
Yeah.
I know what's happening.
It's there. It's there. I just can't get away with. It's even if you've got the window open, there's a pigeon.
I'm gonna guess that
get a rifle.
I'm gonna guess that you mean owl.
No, a pigeon.
Pigeons don't.
Wood pigeon.
Oh, right. No, I hear it now. I was going to do it eventually.
But noises.
See, noises.
So I think we're both similar with stuff like I think. Well, no, we are. There's definitely something on the side of autism.
Oh, but on the spectrum.
When I just remember that in this is where it became noticeable for me. When we went to B&M one day and we're walking along. I think we're getting some bits for the garden that we're doing outside in my house. And there was a little racking and it was advertising the artificial grass. And we both diverted to go and stroke the fucking grass. Not willingly knowing that each other were doing it. Like I didn't copy it. At the same time, we both just went, "Oh, grass! Look at that! Oh, that feels nice."
I remember reaching out and seeing just your hands move at the same time as mine to stroke because it was only like it's what you normally get at like the carpet stores where they have like samples of carpets.
Yeah.
It was just like one sample of artificial grass. Like, ooh, grass.
Yeah. I mean, I think our last sentence at the start with, I keep seeing on TikTok signs of ADHD.
Aye. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I might need to ring the doctor. I might have to ring the doctor.
You might need some Ritalin.
I mean, I always growing up, I always thought ADHD was just a bullshit thing for like the misbehaved kids.
Well, that was sort of what I like associated it with. Like extreme ADHD. So, even now, if I think of ADHD, I don't think of it having like a mild form. I think of like these kids who, like you say, were growing up who were just like you couldn't control and they just had to be like Raj.
But when you watch them TikToks and he's just like, "Science, you've got ADHD," and I'm like, this is hitting home fucking far too much. And she sent us, and then I mean, probably because she sent us one, I got a couple more coming through, and I sent them, and they were like different things. I think there's only been like 2 that I'm like, yeah. He does like 5 each TikTok, so out of 15, I've probably got like 2 where I'm not like, that doesn't really hit home with me. The rest of them are like, he was talking about like impulse buying. Like,
what did I say to you the other day? When we were out, when you were getting a new shirt, the queue bit where you walk down to pay for your stuff, where they have all the stuff for the ADHDers, I literally said to you, and I was like,
yep.
This is the part that was made for me, because I'll just walk past, go, oh, even stuff wasn't even for me. I was saying to you for like 3 or 4, I was like, oh, should we just get Caitlin something? And I was just like touching things, like random stuff. I was like, oh, face wipes. I might get
25 pence.
25 pence. I don't use them, but for 25 pence I might. But there was that fish that was out of the packet. I was like, feel this. I was like, feel this.
That is literally a true
story. Can't help myself. I've got to touch it.
Amazon,
yeah. Stuff turning up
every
other day.
I'm trying to think what else was on that TikTok.
I bought a night mask. I don't even wear one.
Random bursts of energy. That was another thing on there. Where you could just be in the lowest mood possible and then just upper height for like half an hour and you're back in a shit mood. I was like, fuck, this needs to stop and stop now.
I know. We need to stop putting us on blast.
Like, it's scary. It's scary because how do they even test you for that type of thing?
Well, there must be. Well,
Must be like
there's obviously like a scale with. It's probably the same as everything else. They'll like rank you like with what do they call them?
But like, what tests?
They'll have
do
like
they do?
characteristics. Like if you match these characteristics, you'll probably have ADHD or other stuff. Because there's obviously like legit tests. Otherwise, they would never know. But obviously, I would imagine that there's more people diagnosed now than what there was years ago. It was years ago you were just a brat. Whereas now they've probably gone.
Like I say,
oh,
even when we were at school, anyone with ADHD was just a fucking lunatic. There was a person that kept getting fucking suspended from school or whatever.
Well, can you remember when the band the black and white Smarties? Because they used to send kids loopy.
No, it wasn't black and white when I was little.
There was they were like a
blue
limit.
or orange or something.
Well, the band they started up on the blue ones after a while.
That was
But
when
they
I
had
was.
these limited edition black and white ones as well, and the E numbers were just off the charts. So just like pure sugar.
Nah. See, speaking of fucking that, you know, some of the stuff that you can get when you're in school to send you off the fucking. Some of the sweets that. You must have had it at school. You must have had it
We
at
used
school.
to get the plastic straws just filled with sherbet.
You must have. Oh, they
Remember
were
them?
fucking mint.
Oh, yeah, remember the rainbow ones that were like a foot long?
Did you have that guy at school who was always had a backpack
Oh,
full of stuff to make you go fucking loopy in lesson?
Aye.
Just like, want to buy some drugs?
It's pretty much it. Drug cartels in schools.
like the sherbets.
Used to buy them for 10 pence each and sell them for 50 pence.
Aye.
We'd be like, yeah, I'll have one of them.
What was the chewing gum? There was a specific chewing gum in my school that fucking. It was like you say, it was like cocaine. It just sent everyone
I
fucking
wouldn't
down.
know it.
Yeah. What was it called? I can't remember, but you used to be getting it at the in shops at Washington for like.
Or was it just like a packet?
It was like a normal thing, but it was like a pound or like £1.20 for a case of it, because it was close to the sell-by date. And honestly, it was like I said, the sugar intake in it was like everyone was like.
Do you know what did that to me when I was younger? Can you remember when the Lucozade brought out them energy tablets? The thing is though, they tasted so nice. I remember
That was the other thing at school.
I played an away game for say under 13s or something for Walbridge Park, and I had like half a pack, like just while I was on the journey in the car because they were nice. So I would eat one about. I was having another one. Because I ate them like sweets. I didn't eat them like, I need some energy. I was just like, these taste nice. I was sitting in the car just vibrating. I was like, I need to get out.
It was Pro Plus. That was it.
Mate.
That came into my school like it was a drug.
In school?
That came into my school it was a fucking drug.
I never had them in school. Like, I didn't get Pro Plus till I was like 18 going out.
That's probably about when I was. No, but honestly, that came into my school like a fucking drug. The way people were going on Pro, if you had Pro Plus, you were getting your dinner for free.
Surely you not get in trouble for it though.
No. But I think in the end I think the school banned it. Because it was just that wide.
Caffeine tablets, aren't they?
Caffeine tablets, aye. So it was like, see, it was just another thing to send fucking.
Can you buy them when you're young though? Is there not an age on there?
I don't know.
Although it probably is now because you can't even buy Red Bull.
I just remember telling my mum to get some, and obviously my mum was just like, "All right, like Pro Plus, yeah, no worries." Like, what other? I said, "Oh, it's just for PE."
PE.
And I remember getting some and feeling like it was a fucking Pablo Escobar of Lord Lawson. Pro Plus. Pro Plus. I remember. I'll never ever forget it. Pro fucking Plus.
I don't think I had Pro Plus until I was at university.
I mean, it's probably for the best because having it at that age, like, oh my god, everyone was just You go about E numbers, every fucker was just bouncing off the wall.
I'm not
In
surprised.
science, just turning gas taps on and then fucking lighting them and that. Just like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
I mean, it is a school in where I live anyway, so.
Yeah, that's.
I nearly says. That nearly came out when he dropped where I fucking went, so job's fucked. But
I'm pretty sure he said the name of the school. It was Lord Lawson.
oh, you're a dick. But
You did it with my job last week, mate.
did I?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Have you got some of these
Yes.
weird
Speaking
and wonderful?
of things that we remember,
That needs to fuck off, by the way.
that you might remember differently, the Mandela effect. Are you aware of what this is?
I am. I've seen a couple of things that every time I've seen one so far, I've disagreed with. As in, how I remember it is how it is now.
But also, like how you remember it is how it is real.
Yes.
There actually is a few of these where I looked and went, truly not. And then I looked and went, holy shit, I've been lied to this whole time.
I mean, don't get us wrong, I've seen a great deal.
So
seen a couple of-
essentially, this will probably be a bad explanation, it's a rough explanation, but the Mandela effect it's a phenomenon of a lot of people remembering the same thing, but that same thing is wrong.
Wrong. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of this, right? So
This is going to prove me so wrong now. I've said that in it. It's going to prove us so fucking wrong.
So obviously, I went to see Space Jam recently, right? Looney Tunes. How is the second word of that spelled?
You mean like Looney Tunes?
Yeah, how is it spelled?
As in
Not Looney.
T-O-O-N-S.
Yeah, so you'll remember, obviously, there's that famous like Warner Brothers circle, and it used to always pop up with like.
Is it Looney Tunes?
It's Looney Tunes. It's not Tunes.
Yeah.
It is in fact spelled Tuns. N-E-S.
Again, I don't think I knew that, so I should have just said
Yeah.
that fucking first time, but I followed it.
Febreze. How do you spell Febreze?
How do you spell? As in like the.
As in like the. Yeah. How do you spell it? How do
I
you
see.
remember it being spelled?
Well, I'm looking at that now. I'm looking at the blue, the blue one that you spray the bed with.
Yeah.
And it says F-E breeze.
Right, you can
B-R-E-E-Z-E.
Yeah, incorrect.
Is it?
Febreze. And that's how it's always been spelled.
Hold on. So where was it? Where did I go wrong there? What's that?
You said double
Double
E.
E. Is it just one E?
It's just one E.
Well, shall I?
Febreze.
Febreze.
The famous Forrest Gump line.
Run Forest Run.
No, the other one. Bought the box of chocolates. You must know it. Surely you know this.
Mom is like a box of chocolates or something.
Not Mom.
You're asking. It's about film. You're asking the wrong
Yeah,
person.
that is true. So the famous line which everyone remembers is "Life is like a box of chocolates." You never know.
Right, life is like a box of chocolates.
But it was never that. It was life was like a box of chocolates. But everybody remembers is life is like a box of chocolates.
Is that a pronunciation thing?
Well, no, because was and is two different words.
But so when you watch it back now, do you?
It will say life was like a box of
Aye.
chocolates. Aye. There's a couple more which aren't written down, which I'll recite from memory. Obviously, you'll not know this one because it's a Pokemon. Although you might do.
I might know a bit of Pokemon.
You might do. Pikachu.
Mhm.
You know of Pikachu?
Yes.
Yeah, he's an electrician. Everybody, including myself, before obviously remembers him being yellow and black, and his tail was yellow with like a black zigzag up the back. And while I'm explaining this, I'll show you the picture, right? So
I mean, in my head that sounds right, but I just remember
Yeah.
being yellow and black. I couldn't tell you about fucking zigzags and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like.
So
Oh, but his tail was zigzaggy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So his tail was zigzaggy, and it was half yellow, and the top half was
I
black.
can't remember the specifics.
Right, this isn't going to bring it up. But essentially, there was never any black on his tail. But everybody remembers there being black on his tail, and it was never there. It was just a pure yellow tail. Which you might want to get the doctors about.
You might have had a little problem.
There was another one with a very famous King Henry VIII picture. Everyone remembers him holding like a chicken leg, but apparently he never held a chicken leg, and that was never in one of the photos. There's a few like really obscure
I seen
ones.
one of the ones about. This is one of the ones on Call of Duty. Have you seen that one recently?
No.
That was split the internet. It was about the new map on the new Vanguard one, which was off Black Ops 3 or 4.
No, I've not seen the trailer.
And what it was, it might be on Cold War now. But it was a thing. It was a sign. Everyone was just like, basically, they've never seen the sign before. I don't think I played the Black Ops that they were referring to though, so I can't really remember it. But then Tim the Tatman did like a whole video on it. Then I was like, well, that's how I remember them. I think I might see the Looney Tunes one on there though.
Aye.
That's gassy. That's solid, isn't it?
Because it's not quite gold yet. That's why. Famous TV show. I'm not going to say the full title because I want you to tell me what it is. But it has a Sex and City in it. It's about the women who live in the city.
Sex and the City.
Yeah. So I'm surprised you said that because that is the correct term. Whereas I always thought it was Sex in the City.
Sex and the City.
No, it is Sex and the City. Yeah.
I know.
Kit Kat. Never had a hyphen between the kit and the cat. I always remembered there being a hyphen. Yeah, that was the Pikachu one. So I remember it being like that. But that's what it is. So the one on the right is the real one.
I mean, I'm looking at that. If you'd showed us the one on the left, I would have believed it. But I'm not that clued up on Pikachu.
The Flintstones has 2 T's.
Does it?
It's the Flintstones. Not the Flintstones.
Now that one got us. That one would have got us.
And there's a few other.
It's a weird.
There's a lot of American ones, so there's not a lot that we'll.
I remember them. There's a cereal.
Fruit Loops.
Is it Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops, aye.
I remember seeing a cereal one somewhere.
They
I think it might be
spell it with 2 O's instead of UIT. Or the other way around.
Oh yeah, that was one in the Tatman, and he showed like the fruit, like as in Fruit Loops, and then he was just. I was like, oh, that is it, like.
Aye.
That is, but then again, it's probably because we haven't seen it that much.
Thing is, I feel like a lot of the American ones, obviously, we wouldn't get anyway because there's a lot of American stuff here now, but you used to be able to like count on one hand how many shops sold like American like candy. Because what was the name of them when they first came out? I'm sure there was a proper branch because there was one in the Metro Centre.
There was one in the Metro Centre,
right?
right?
There was one in Newcastle, but all the stuff is so expensive.
It's probably because it's imported from.
But now you can get like Fruit Loops and herons.
You can get them B&Ms and that, aye. Which it should be anyway. It's like you say, it's better for them.
Well, of
course it is. Speaking on American stuff, not quite America, but the next door neighbours, where my sister lives, Timmy Hortons.
Timmy Hortons.
How did you find Saturday? First Timmy Hortons.
It was overall a mixed bag, only because of, I would say, the coffee was unreal. I really rate the coffee.
Well, Tim Hortons is known for its nice coffee.
Yeah, the coffee I thought was excellent. And obviously we're both quite big coffee drinkers. So I feel like I've had enough coffee to know what a good coffee tastes like. You know what I mean? I drink like 9 cups a day. The wrap I really enjoyed. The bagel I wasn't a fan of.
Oh, the bagel. Oh, I love.
Do you know what it
bagel.
was? It was the sausage.
The patty.
It was just, it didn't taste like real. It tasted like a fake sausage patty that they tried to make into a sausage patty. But that's because I would prefer if they had like the McDonald's patty in that. I think I would have loved it. But
Because I go for that bagel every single. That's my. So just for anyone who doesn't know, when you go to Tim Hortons, it's I don't know if it's in every single one, but the one in Washington that we went to, you get a coffee and a breakfast for £2.
can't go. I mean, brilliant for value, which is why I bought 2 breakfasts.
That is true.
I mean, obviously, I just meant because I was testing it out. You know, I was reviewing the food.
Yeah, but for £2 you can't go wrong. Like say the
No,
coffee
you
is
can't.
unbelievable,
Aye.
and like say the bagel. I love the bagel, but I think for me, what made the bagel was the chipotle.
Aye.
Whoever decided, whoever in the world went, I know what we need to do is we need to add a little bit of spice.
I'm a big.
Little bit of spice.
I'm a big Chipotle fan.
Do you know what, do you know like the fast food restaurant Chipotle? Do you know when you see them do the burritos?
I've never been.
The only in London. So,
Gosh, cool.
because that's what I see, like the American streamers that I watch do it, and you like look at their fucking burritos and stuff they're getting. I'm just like, that is what I need.
I do like.
In fact, let's just talk about burritos for a split second. Why aren't burritos more normalised in England? Why can't I go to my local takeaway and get a burrito?
Aye. Well, what was that Mexican place in Chiquitos? Chiquitos. I think that's probably the only place that I would think of where you would go.
Go and
If
get
you said to me,
burrito.
where can I get one? I'm going, oh, probably just Chiquitos.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't think of anywhere else.
I couldn't think of anywhere else. And there was that
That's
burrito
probably-
bar. There was a burrito bar in the Metro Centre for a very short period of time.
Aye. And I think what's that one in Newcastle? It's just outside the gate. Alright, it's a little bit further down. I think it's a Mexican place anyway, but it's not Chiquitos. It's they do like the surf and turf stuff.
Oh, the Jamaican place.
Aye. I'm almost positive they do it. I know I can't believe I forgot what they call it.
Oh, that's gonna ruin my day not thinking of the name of that place.
Because I've wanted
Something
to go.
Turtle Bay?
No, that's what it's called. Turtle Bay.
Turtle Bay. Turtle Bay, aye. But, burritos? But anyway, back to the original story anyway. Chipotle, I just really want to try a burrito or just
I was
something like that.
skeptical, like when I seen it on the obviously when we were ordering breakfast, I was like, Chipotle on the sausage and egg bagel with cheese. I was like, don't know about this one, but obviously I had it because
Unbelievable, Jeff.
I'm a big believer in trying out different cultures, not just because I'm a greedy fat cunt. As perks.
It was, did you get on the breakfast wrap as well?
Yeah, then I got the breakfast wrap with
What
Chipotle.
What was that like?
Beautiful.
That would have been,
But the thing is, though, the breakfast wrap tasted fresh. Like I could tell it was just that was like freshly made. But I wasn't a big fan of the hash browns because
hash browns are weird.
I
will
prefer
say that.
thicker hash browns, and them ones were like weren't even as thick as my finger.
They were
I think flat.
But see, like me, my mother, my father, and our last all got one, and them three preferred Tim Hortons hash browns. I'm like, nah, I think McDonald's the thicker,
I like mine like
juicier ones were.
I like a bit of thickness to them. I like salted ones. They were a little bit plain for my like. I mean, obviously you can add your own salt to them,
But
but
all in all, for
But
£2
then
you can't get wrong.
for £2 for like as far as like breakfast meals go, it was bang on. I'm looking forward to going back.
Oh, so mad, I tell you. I mean, I went pretty much every day for 2 weeks.
I know you did.
So, I'm well versed in Tim Hortons now. I've only had one thing on not off the breakfast menu though, and that was like
Is it always just breakfast stuff?
No. So that's what I'm saying. I've only had one thing after that, and it was a chicken stack burger. So it was a chicken burger, chipotle, hash brown in there as well, and it was possibly the nicest thing I've ever had. But you don't get chips.
So you get
You get wedges.
Oh.
Now, I'm not a massive fan of wedges. However,
Hit and miss with me.
my good God,
I'm literally salivating.
them wedges were delightful.
Ah.
And you get a dipping sauce.
Oh, see, like that's the winner. That's the winner. It's them little extra things. Like
Now,
that.
there's a choice of about 12 dipping sauces. I hadn't heard of half the fuckers. There was that much option.
Sriracha.
So I think the sriracha's there. I will ask God, garlic anchovy or something?
Is it acioli?
Something like that. I'd never heard of it in my life. I just said
No,
garlic.
That's quite a common. It's not an English thing, but they sell it in England.
Do they?
Avioli, not avioli. That's the outside your nipple. No, it is aviola.
Guess he go for Fulham, didn't he? Oh, he's at West Ham now.
No, he's at West Ham now.
Speaking of West Ham.
Speaking of West Ham, 19 games unbeaten.
Yes!
You can't go around with that for breakfast. It's just the fact, like, and obviously it was chocolate. I mean, it was chocolate when we went, but that was a Saturday, wasn't it?
I mean, every time I've been, it's been busy. I've never walked in and gone, this is fucking dead.
Have you ever not been a breakfast person?
No.
I've always loved. I don't understand how people can start the day and just go.
Now,
I'll not
here's
have
one
it.
for you though. Like, I go through spells of not having breakfast.
I do out of necessity.
I
Like, if
love
I'm stuck
breakfast.
in work.
See, like, I don't really have an excuse ever.
No, but obviously, like, if I start work, if I'm going to be there for 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll not give myself enough time to have breakfast before I go, because that means getting out of bed earlier, and I would rather sacrifice that time. And then, so pretty much every shift I work, bar a Saturday, I won't get somebody in with me until 12 o'clock. So I've got to work 8 until 12, and then I'll have food. But if I took food in for me dinner, that's gone by 9 o'clock. I'll just scran it.
Do you know what I always used to do? And I probably, when I started my new job, which is down country, that's it was in Leeds last week. Don't know if I did.
I think so.
I don't know if I did, but anyway, it's in Leeds. What I'll be doing is doing what I used to do. I would take porridge.
Well,
Little porridge pots.
yeah, I did that for a lot of time when I was
'Cause I think it's so important. In fact, I might even do it and take it.
It is because it puts me in a bad mood. If I get to the point where I'm in a bad mood because I'm hungry, it's already too late.
Yeah.
And then it means I eat twice as much to try and make up for the fact that I'm feeling shit.
And it's absolute, like you say, the stuff you eat's not.
No.
Like, porridge is quite good for you, but it would be like, I don't know, like, what's that place you go to? Is it Dixon's? Dixon's where you go and get like a
Dixon's eye.
dirty fucking bacon and cheeseburger or something like that. Not bacon and cheese, bacon and netted sausage sandwich or something like that.
Bacon, sausage, tomatoes, this one controversial, mushrooms, and brown sauce.
Not a fan of mushrooms in the slightest.
I don't mind them.
I hate them. It's what.
Is it the texture or the taste? Because I know a lot of people who don't like them, but I don't understand why they like them. Because I used to be like that when I was younger.
It's both.
But then I grew up. So
I might like them now.
you might if you had some greasy mushrooms.
Do you know what
when
actually
you're
really
over,
annoys us?
You might, because garlic mushrooms are banging.
Now this is what I was about. This is what I was literally about to say. Is what really annoys us. Is my favourite thing in the whole world is garlic.
Yeah.
And whenever my dad always gets garlic mushrooms, or quite often, especially when we used to go on
Breaded
holiday.
garlic mushrooms that hit different.
No, that's exactly what I was going to go with this.
Little button
Is
ones.
we used to go on holiday and he used to order the garlic breaded, and it just smelt and looked so fucking nice.
Because you are.
And then I bit into it and nearly was sick. Like, never try and feed me this shit again.
I kind of know where you come from, because if you don't get the right ones, sometimes you can get the ones which like hold the juice inside, you're biting like a squirt and stuff. Like,
it's just the sliminess, and they don't taste very nice.
it's like a game changer to garlic bread and mushrooms. mozzarella. Garlic bread and mushrooms with mozzarella on.
I might have just come in my pants.
They are
The smell of
different.
that. The smell of that would be something.
It would tip me over the edge.
Ridiculous.
It would tip me over the edge. Oh, tip me over the edge. Tipping point. What game show do you think? What game show, which is on telly now, do you think you'd be good at?
Which I'm telling you now.
So I'll give.
What-
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a few examples. Right. Which one do you think you would do best at? Right.
What? Hold on. What I'd be good at, because there's, I've got two answers to this. What I'd be good at, or what I really want to do.
Let's go with what you would want to do.
I really want to do the chase.
I would quite like to do the chase.
I would love to do the chase. I would love to do it.
I would perhaps seen you under pressure in quizzes, and you're not that good.
I tell you what, I'll come up fucking trumps at times though. Like I'll get the ones. The thing is, the only problem with the chase is the ones where they give you the options. Is that the chase?
Would you
They
ever
give you
take
three,
the
don't
lower
they?
offer?
Oh no, like fuck.
No.
No, I'm on about
Thank God for
when
that.
when they give you A, B, C.
Yeah.
And you think it could be A or B.
Aye.
I'm the worst at that point because I'll know it's A, but I'll go B because I know it's A.
Yeah.
In my
Aye,
head, I'm
no.
like, no, I know it's A in my head, so if I go B, I'm right either way.
Aye. No, I get that.
Like before Looney Tunes. I knew it was Looney Tunes, but I said T-O-O-N-S.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I would like to play, because it's possibly the one I've watched the most recently, is The Wheel.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with the wheel.
Have you not seen The Wheel?
No.
The Wheel. Michael McIntyre hosted the Sidemen on a Wheel.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. There is a There's a one which I was really good at. I used to have the app, as I used to play along. It was one which what's he called, man? The gay one, Holly Willoughby's host. Schofield, aye. He hosted it was over Christmas, and I don't even know how to describe it. They would show you a picture, and you would have to like.
Catchphrase.
No, mate, I'm banging that catchphrase.
The worst catchphrase player there is.
No, I'm classic catchphrase because I'm so simple with stuff like that. Like, you know, like the whole like say what you see. I'm mint at it. I'm not actually that good at it. I have the catchphrase board game.
I say what I see. So I'll like see a dog humping air or something and say dog humping air. I mean, I don't know what the catchphrase is to that.
I would love to know.
But I'll be like, dog humping air or dog humping. And it would, the penny, it could be like, give us a catchphrase. That kind of thing. But the catchphrase could be like, dog humping air, right?
2 birds with 1 stone.
Right, so I could say 2 birds and a stone. And the penny wouldn't drop that it was 2 birds, 1 stone. I would be just saying what I see. And I don't fucking know.
I love it.
I'm the worst.
That is actually one, yeah, no, I'm pleased to say that because that's probably one that I think I would do the best at. But what I would like to play, I would quite like to play a tipping point just because it's got the,
I couldn't, I'd get too angry.
like the...
I hate playing that thing in the fucking arcade. So
It's got like the sort of like the gambling feature, but I think classic, it's got to be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
No, because it's options. It's 4 options.
Yeah, but you get 3
No.
lifelines.
No, because if I say 50-50 and it's the one I'm thinking in my head and the other
And
one,
the other one, you're screwed, aren't you?
I'll have a meltdown on live telly.
What about Deal or No Deal?
Oh, you could have just persuaded us there, like.
Now, a girl I know, her mum went on that, and I can't remember how much they won, but she actually met her now husband on that show.
Aye?
Mm-hmm.
Deal or No Deal could be a shout. Is that still going? I haven't
I
seen that in years.
I don't think so.
What are the game shows? Game shows? What a fucking shout that is. I can't think of any others that I would... it's not really a game show. Well, it's not really something I could go on, but one that I would love to be on is a question of sport. That's more of like a panel show, I know, but I would like to be on it because it's like a quizzy, sporty one.
I think I'd be rubbish at that.
I'd
Because We've been through this before, but my memory is just terrible.
See,
I don't remember things.
I hold pointless information.
No, I hold pointless information, but you hold pointless information about things you care about, which is sport.
Yeah.
Whereas I hold pointless, like it takes a sloth a week to have a shit. That's the kind of stuff that stays in my mind. Dolphins are the only other mammals who have sex for pleasure.
I knew that one.
Like, it's random stuff, mainly animals, to be fair. Apparently, if a giraffe drank a cup of tea, it'll be cool by the time it got to the bottom of its neck.
Really?
There's another one, yeah. It is just like the archways in old castles. They were all built anti-clockwise, so you could defend them from above because the majority of people are right-handed, so you can swing downwards, and they would have to swing weak-handed upwards. So you'll notice in old clock in the towers they'll all go clockwise. So they'll go around that way. So you can stand above and hit downwards with your strong arm, and they'll have to go upwards. Mad stuff like that. Honestly, just mad stuff like that.
Don't know what to say about that.
Well, exactly, that's what I'm saying.
All I was picturing was prison in Verdansk again.
But I couldn't. I don't hold information which I care about.
Oh, damn.
I just don't do it.
I'm bad for it.
I know you are.
I bet you. I think I could be up there on a random football quiz from 2006-7 onwards. I think I'll be there.
I wouldn't.
I think I'll be. And the
thing is though, like,
did we do a Sky Sports one? When me and you were, but do I remember that? Was that like
no? We did a sports quiz.
Was that like New Year's Eve or something where we?
What,
no, we did like a Sky. We done like a Sky.
Oh no, we did.
I was gonna say we did like a Sky Sports one. I remember that.
I know we did.
I can't remember how we got on, like, but I just remember doing that. We didn't win.
But I think the reason I don't like retain the information is because I'm that busy just enjoying it. It doesn't burn my mind, so I'm just like, oh yeah, this is really good. I really enjoy this. Watching it, you can have all my attention. I forget to remember what I'm watching. I just don't remember it.
Like, we always go on about it when we play a team. Like, or when we play a team.
On a Sunday.
I'm like, oh, it's such and such. He played up front, he played midfield or whatever. The one thing I can never ever remember from a game, though, I can remember the team. I can remember who was good in that team, but I could never tell you the score.
Oh, see, I couldn't tell you the score.
I can never tell you the score.
Who played for them?
See, I can.
What colour top they had on?
If they were good and like they made an impression, like it could be 6 years down the line, and I'll go, hope he's not playing. You know, who the fuck's he?
See, I just don't remember people.
I do. Or even worse is when I don't remember the name, but I recognise the face.
Faces I'm really good with, but that's because they're in front of us. I think I need like triggers. I need like clues. So once I see something, I'll be like, oh yeah, no, it was this and this. But just off the top of my head, I'll be like,
who's that again?
I'm not sure about that one. I've never been good at remembering other football teams that we play against. Even going back to when I was younger, I just wouldn't remember anybody.
See, I was even worse when I was younger. Like when I played like junior football, I bet you I knew every player's name in every position.
Oh.
I would sit at school and like study who were playing that next week and who was playing where and stuff.
Nah, not me.
I'll be like a little freak with stuff like that. There wasn't many teams I played against when I was younger that when we played against them, like I didn't know who like their best player was.
I just think my attention spans are just not
even
good.
Like Wearside, when we played for Anfield, Wearside League, even then I knew who their best player was. I don't know why. I suppose just like a little bit of homework type thing, like. But now, seeing me dad, even like he's like a level up of that. Because he now tells me players that I've played against, and I'm like, have I? Like, I don't remember
Your
him.
dad still tells me things that I did that I can't remember.
And it's just, I mean, I suppose he was watching it and experiencing it.
I suppose it's different watching the participate.
Yeah. But He's like, oh, you played against him? Like, he was the one that done this? And I'm like, I remember that happening. I don't remember the person that done it, though.
Aye.
Strange. Strange it is at times.
It is.
But while we're on the subject of football, obviously we mentioned it last week. Who knows wins?
Yes, aye. So, would you like to tell?
Well,
Would you like to mention who won?
yes, I would like to mention who won. So there was. Let me just fact check how many participants.
I can tell you who lost.
Gobsmacked that our lass has texted me asking if she can order a takeaway. She's only been downstairs for the past 2 hours saying she was going to make tea.
She could have. Picked up a special box on Pizzuno for free.
Anyway, right, so there was, for the first Who Dares Wins, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was 6 people, so the prize pot was 30 quid.
And how many results did we have to
So,
guess? How many results was there? Was it 10?
I'm not sure how many there was in total. How many?
Was it 10?
It might have been 10.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was 10.
It was 10. It might have been 10. So, but in any case, the standings went 1, 2, 3, 4 people were tied first, and 2 people were tied 5th.
Oh, bottom. Yeah.
So, the people who tied first all got 5 points, so they got 5 games correct, and the people who finished tied 5th got 4 correct, so they were 1 off.
It mustn't have been 10 then. I'm sure I only got 2.
I'm sure it was 10, because I'm sure it was Prem, Champ,
1 and 2.
1, 2 conference, because we had the Weymouth game, I think it was. But I don't think it. Oh no, here. So we had Bournemouth, Blackpool.
Yeah.
100% of people backed Bournemouth. That finished 2-2. Everybody backed Bournemouth on that one, so everyone got that one wrong. The Villa Newcastle game. One person got that right, with Villa winning 2-0.
That was me.
The Blackburn West Bromwich game. 67% of people, so there was only 2 got it wrong. I was one of them that got it wrong. I went draw. West Brom won. The Bolton game, 1 person got it wrong. Someone backed Oxford. I know who that was. Dickhead. Fleetwood versus Cheltenham. I was the only person to get Fleetwood right.
Smacked.
3-2. 90th minute winner from Sam Morris.
I had that as a draw.
I fucking fumbled the bag with this next
To
one.
be fair, I had that Fleetwood game as a draw, and the winner was scored the 90th minute.
I bet I did just say that.
And well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so really, I should have won.
Not really, because 83% of everyone backed the
Actually,
same result.
Everyone backs the draw.
Everyone backed the draw. The next game I fucked up on.
You went Walsall.
I went Walsall. Me and somebody went Walsall. Everyone else backed Hartlepool.
I backed Hartlepool.
Hartlepool obviously won. Kingsland Southend. I was the one person that went draw. Someone went Southend.
I was with the other 3 people who went
Kingsland. So someone got that one right by themselves. 100% people backed City to win.
No surprise there.
Did you back Swindon?
I backed the draw.
So you were the draw. One person got the Swindon one right. Everyone else backed Salford, apart from obviously the draw. And then the Weymouth Bournemouth Wood result, which everyone bar 1 got that right. Someone went draw.
Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I got 5 out of 10. But and I showed you this as well, didn't I? Like more than halfway through the games.
I had 2 right and you had 2 wrong at one point.
I had 2 wrong. I had 8 results right.
I had 2 right and you had 2 wrong.
So what we need to do is set up another league for this weekend.
Yeah, I've got it there to recreate.
Also, will everyone go back in or will they have to...
I don't know. I'll have to do it.
We'll
But
sort that out.
basically, everyone apart from me and Radish got paid out 7 quid, basically. So
that's just free entry the next weekend.
free entry and a little bit of pocket money.
Me, Carney,
Wayne, Duffy.
That's it.
That's
me,
it, aye.
Carney, Wayne,
Wayne,
and Duffy.
Duffy.
Aye.
All got basically free entries into the next week.
What a good looking group of winners that is. Apart from Wayne, Carney, and Duffy.
But I mean,
It was good crack. It's just a little bit of fun, isn't it?
yeah, and the Premier League results. I don't think there was really any shocks this weekend either, was there? Top of my head, I can't think of anything that stood out. Everyone basically won who should have won.
I am surprised. I am surprised. I'm not surprised at how West Ham started.
I'm not, because they went 19 games unbeaten on FIFA earlier.
That's true. I think that's me emotions because I don't like them. I think they're a shit club.
I don't dislike them.
No, I dislike them.
I
would put them in the same bracket as I would put Aston Villa.
Oh no, Villa were just fucking wrong'uns.
In fact, no, I would put them below Villa because Villa helped us win the league.
See, I'll put like Villa and Wolves.
Oh, Wolves.
Wolves.
That maybe it's just the accents.
No, it's the clubs. Shithouse clubs.
Right. Accents. What do you think's the worst accent in England?
In England, or
Just England, because that's a can of worms. Just England.
I was gonna say, because if it was Great Britain, in no doubt in my mind,
Welsh.
it's the Welsh.
Welsh, 100%.
I'm glad we got that with chest. But in England, I don't particularly like two northern ones, which is a surprise. I don't like Cumbrian.
What do they sound like?
I can't do a Cumbrian accent. But now when you play fucking where Cleaton Moor. Remember Cleaton Moor?
Aye.
Like that fucking, I'm gobsmacked. That fucking horrible like.
Aye.
I don't like Borough accent. The Borough accent is fucking disgusting.
Sorry, Carney.
It's horrible. It's like a schneid
It
Scouse.
is. It is.
It's literally like a schneid Scouse. I didn't like the Scouse accent.
No, I don't either.
I
See, the
don't
thing
mind
is, though,
Brummie and that. I don't know why.
You don't mind it?
I don't really mind it. I know it's like everyone's like, well, I think I find it more entertaining. Like it doesn't annoy us as much as other accents. I find it more entertaining.
You just sound thick.
Aye. So it's more like a Plymouth accent, like a down. You're right. No, I can't do it. Fuck that. Was fucking Yorkshire. But do you know like a Plymouth accent where it's like.
See, the thing is though, like when I imagine accents, I always imagine if I would like them on a girl, and I wouldn't like a Scouse accent on a lass, but I wouldn't like a Northern accent on a lass really, like a strong one. But I suppose we don't really hear it unless it's like really extreme. Unless it's like really Geordie or really Mackham or really Borough.
I don't like Yorkshire.
I don't mind Yorkshire.
Don't like Manchester.
I quite like different accents on lasses, but there's some that I just couldn't get away with.
Like?
Brummie? I couldn't. They just sound thick. They sound simple.
It's funny though.
It's funny.
It's not entertaining.
But I would feel like I was talking to a simpleton.
Yeah.
Which is probably how they feel talking to me. So it would just be
because everyone's reaction went to, "Will I?"
Oh.
Do it, Geordie. Will I?
Just hate it. Hate it.
Wait, that's another question. When you're on holiday, where do you tell people you're from?
Durham?
Do you?
Nah, Newcastle.
See, I'll go even more specific. Because, realistically, what I say couldn't be more fucking true.
Gateshead. Concert.
Oh, I concert, because I live in fucking concert, didn't I?
Berwick.
Again. Do you know where the Angel of the North is? Right fucking there.
You were actually born on the feet of the Angel of the North, weren't you?
I was. How did you know that? But it's literally fucking there.
I know it actually is.
So I always say, do you know where the Angel of the North is? They go, no, I go, I'm from Newcastle. I'm a Geordie, that's what it is.
Isn't it funny how if you go on holiday as a northerner, you always end up pally with some Scottish people. On every foreign holiday I've ever been on, I've always ended up pally with Scottish people because we're usually the only two people who can
understand each other. Try to think when when I was like younger, I had a Welsh friend.
That was a mistake.
That's probably why I didn't like them now.
Probably.
Other than that, like when you speak to people, it's always been like Scouse, Manchester, fucking that type of way. But I don't know if that's just because it's like fucking Magaluf and that's the only place in there.
Well, I mean, I was basing this off Benidorm as well, to be fair. And there's that many Scottish or Irish or Scouse bars.
Irish is another one. A lot of Irish.
Love the Irish
don't,
accent.
because
No, it is.
I fell in love with an Irish bird once.
Irish and Aussie.
Oh no, the Aussie accent is disgusting. It's horrible.
I will not have
G'day, mate. You alright?
Well, I mean, that's not what.
G'day, pal. How you doing there, mate?
That's not what she sounds like.
The one you're in your head.
The Aussie that's inside my head does not sound like fucking Steve Irwin.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what the fucking. I can't even remember, you know, that little Irish fucking viewer that I fell in love with when I was fucking 19 or something.
I think it's probably safe to say that most people have fell in love with an Irish bird at least.
It's just the accent's just so. I think you get lost in the accent more than anything.
But I feel like lasses are the same about the lads.
I think our accent, I think like the north, like up here, I think a lot of people think about our accent.
Oh, I don't.
I don't personally either, but
No, I don't.
I think a lot of people like especially when you go away, people are like, I could listen to you speak. And I'm like, why? Like, we're not broad in the slightest either.
No.
We've got kind of shit accents.
Well, we've already discussed this.
Aye.
It's because we're half and half. We're halfway in between greatness and the other lot. Who have not started off well.
We'll leave that one for another day. But I think that wraps up another fucking
Pretty
podcast.
much, yeah.
Ep 4 in the bag. So if you would like to leave a nice little like, little comment, and subscribe, that would be great. And peace and love.
Peace out.